And welcome back to more of Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle 4. We're finishing World 10 here. And these last two stages are actually pretty simple compared to the first 6. And the reason why I do like these stages is that even though there are pipes and lifts, I actually find, and teleporters, you know, all the gimmicks we were exposed to in this world, I do find this place to be a lot more straightforward than the previous ones. And that's just one thing I do like about these levels in particular. And the way I'm setting this up is because that there are 8 levels in World 10, 11, and 12, I'm just going to go ahead and split these into 3, 3, and 2. Well, for World 12 it's going to be different, but, you know, you'll know it when you see it. But anyway, here, you do have to... Our Gossamers are going to be your biggest problem, and, I think other than that, you're going to have all the gimmicks that you need to put together, you know, just like all the other worlds. So realistically, as long as you know what you're doing, I mean, assuming you actually got this far playing it the first time, it is pretty simple to put together, and this is just me going the wrong way. You know, that tends to happen a lot, as well as running into enemies, because I was just being reckless, or I just didn't react fast enough, or something like that. Anyway, now that I've got 2 keys, what I have to do is just, let this guy chase me around for a bit. And fortunately, there's more than one way out for plenty of these places, which is something that does work to my benefit that I actually didn't before. So let's just go ahead and get to some more stuff. And this is one where you are probably going to have to outrun your enemies, and what is with this day, and what I'm trying to do here is just all the stuff I did before with trying to get to all the keys I can before having to use the teleporters. Just because when you don't know where they're going, it's pretty easy to get yourself in a bad position. And this was kind of stupid of me. I went for that door with a Gossamer breathing down my neck, so I had to kill him. And that was just me putting myself in a bad spot, which is something I really shouldn't have done. But I at least had a gun to make up for it. I think what I'm trying to do here is just wait for this ghost. I don't really find, and just like all the other horizontal scrolling enemies, I don't really find the ghost to be a problem. Unless he's like blocking something that you need and then there's another guy chasing you. That is just something that's been kind of the recurring theme here. And that's also been the recurring theme. Having a fake treasure chest and having a single carrot. So let's just see what we can do here. Here I'm just waiting. And this episode is going to be fairly short since it is only 2 levels. I mean, compared to the big ones I had on Friday, and I am just trying to get this series done with. Which is probably one of the reasons why I felt like Friday's episode was very rushed. Which is unfortunate on my part, but you know, I just need to buckle down and just keep recording these things. Because, biggest issue I have is recording at night. My throat gets real dry and scratchy, and as you all probably know, I don't exactly have the clearest voice. And I do tend to mumble a lot, so that's just something that just happened. I don't know, maybe I should start drinking some tea before doing this. But anyway, now that or with that little speech out of the way, let's just go ahead and use the pickaxe to get to this door. And from here on out, it should be a lot easier to get to the rest of the stuff. Mainly because the teleporters actually do make things a little bit easier here. So let's just go ahead and get to this one using the pipe. And, let's see, one thing that has also been an issue with my recording is just that my sound card's been acting up on me, and I don't know, I think I might just throw the damn thing away. It's an external one for those of you who are wondering. But the biggest issue with it is just when it crashes, the audio dies on me. I have to restart my computer every time, and that's just not good for anyone. But now that I have a shield, let's just go ahead and keep going here. And I do have to go to the other side of the place where I started. I think this should be the place I started at, so I'm just gonna go to the other side. Now that I've gotten more carrots, let's just head over to the left. Do have to be aware of that Gossamer though. And that really would have been a problem if the enemies could follow you on the lifts, but these guys decide not to. So now that I just got over to the left, I think I can go here and then just use that teleporter to get to the last key. I think here I'm just checking to see if there's anything, which there is not. So let's just go ahead and use that thing. So I guess I'm not using that thing, I guess I'm just going to that pipe. Yeah, that's where the last key is. I have to go to the pipe and then drop down. Here I'm just putting the Gossamer in a bad spot because I'm just being a sadist like that. Anyway, the last key should be in one of these two. Yep, it's this one. So now that's done with, let's just head over to the exit. And I just decided to speed these up from now on because, you know, I've already seen where the exit is and stupid lift got in the way. But anyway, since you already saw where the exit was and, you know, I just don't want to bore you with me backtracking. So now for the last level of World 10. And this one you're going to need a lot of pipes. And just like previous stages, the pipes are going to be... or you have to use doors and then pipes and then lifts, just like all the other basic stuff. Except here it puts a lot more emphasis on the pipes, because a lot of the doors here are going to be pipe only accessible. Actually, I think some of them you can use the lifts, but personally, as you already know, I already find the lifts to be a total pain in the ass, so I decided to stay away from those for as much as I can. Oh, now that that's done with, let's just almost get myself killed here. Now I have no idea how I didn't get hit. And that's just me wondering where the hell to go. And hopefully that's not going to be as big a problem in the next world, but I mean, I've already started playing a few of the levels. And I don't know, I'll just leave that up to the next video to describe those gimmicks. But it might make for a longer video, so we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, our good friend the shield makes a return. So what I had to do is just get to the rest of this stuff. And now that we are pretty much done here, and here's me putting myself in a bad spot again. Just like before. But fortunately, I did have 10 carrots. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and kill whatever I can. And I don't know what AI or what kind of programming this was, but then the Gossamer knew just to run away the second I was invincible. And now he's going back towards me. Can't imagine how much harder Pac-Man would have been if the ghost knew, like when you were getting to another power pellet so you can just run the hell away from you. I don't know, maybe somebody already programmed that. Or I'm sure somebody's figured out how to make a hack of that. Because it's not like Pac-Man's not an extremely imported game. So, what I need to do here is just clear out all the stuff on the bottom floor. I mean, since I already decided to kill all the enemies I could, what I'm gonna do is just keep running all the way to down and to the left and right again. And just make sure I get all this stuff. So let's just keep going here. And the reason why I do like this level a little bit more than the previous ones is that there are a lot more doors, and this one's just a lot more of what I'm used to. And yeah, I mean, it's just basic looting and then occasionally using a weapon. Now here I was just being a little cautious because I didn't know if that guy was running towards me or not. And you do have to be careful that the enemies are gonna... or you have to take note of which way the conveyor belts are going, because it is pretty easy for enemies to get the jump on you when they're going much faster than you. So let's just take a completely unnecessary trip up the doors, or up the stairs, and just get another key. Also, for anyone else, Just a random commentary here, but just for anyone else. Are they also having really schizophrenic weather? And by that, of course, I mean the temperature can't stay consistent. It's either raining or snowing, or it's great outside. Don't really know what's going on here. Then again, since the world didn't end in 2012, maybe somebody else was predicting the weather might have a deal with it, or might have something to do with it. But in that case, we'll never know until the world actually does end. I don't know, why am I talking about the world ending? I guess I was talking about the weather being all inconsistent and screwy, and then somehow turned it into the world ending. But back to the topic, what I need to do here is get the hell away from this guy. And here's where I realize I need to use the teleporter to make sure I go over to where the other doors are. That's a good thing he decided to use that teleporter, because that's just gonna make my job a lot easier. So let's just go ahead and get up here. But let's see, I should be about halfway done with this level, and what I have to do here is just drop down, and then now is where I had to use the lift. And surprise, surprise, they're being very uncooperative. And that's just something that's the main reason why I don't really like World 10 all that much. Although World 11 may or may not be tougher. I mean, it is going to be tougher, I'm just not sure if it's going to be easier to record or not. I mean, still something I have to do, but I do plan on starting that soon. But either way, what we're doing here is just clearing out the remaining doors. Hey, at least I got my heart back. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use this invincibility, mainly because the only way for me to get up there is to use the lift, and that's something I'm not very keen on. And yeah, go figure, by the time another lift shows up, my invincibility wears off. So much for that. But hey, at least I'm up to a lot more keys. At least that one was nice enough to stay for me, or long enough for me to at least get back on it, instead of having to wait. Again, I don't really find the patience deal to be that annoying, or that hard, I just find it to be annoying. Let's just get rid of you while I can. And I think from now on I have to take the pipes to get to the rest of the stuff. And I think the easier way for me to have done that would be to get the middle door first, but what are you gonna do? So let's just go ahead and get this taken care of. And for the last one, I'm going to have to use that pipe. Or I'm gonna have to use a pipe in general, I forget which one. I think it probably is that one on the right. I think this should be key number 7. And let's just go ahead and get that. And fortunately, editing out the long pauses was actually a lot easier in this one. That's because there weren't as many short ones. I think what I do is take this pipe. I think here I had to drop down to the right, and then, yeah, that was another pause where I had to just look down and figure out where to drop down from. Because it would have been annoying to backtrack. But with that, we are done with World 10, and I will see you next time in World 11.